Hello, hello, sweet soul. Welcome. Happy Monday. I'm so glad you're here with me today. I hope you had an amazing weekend. I certainly did. So thank you so much for joining in last week. My name is Misty Petrella, and I am a transformational business coach, which really means I help very heart-centered entrepreneurs who are trying to help raise up the people on this planet with creativity and spirituality, whatever your business is, very heart-centered. I hope you link your very big purpose with powerful profits because you deserve both in this world. And if you are feeling lack in your business, so is your impact. So we're here to change that. Okay, so last week we talked a lot about purpose. We talked about sort of what gets in the way of our purpose sometimes, and certainly money mindset is part of that. I asked my group, and if you want to contribute or get a direct money mindset issue you have to be discussed this week, go over to my group. It's called Entrepreneurs Leading with Love, and tell us what mindset's got you in a bundle, and we will have a discussion about it sometimes this week. But before we get started, I want to take a moment, put your hand on your heart, get in your body, ground, center yourself. Sorry if you hear the dog in the background. That's Larry. Center yourself, put your hand on your heart, and just check in. How are you right now? How is your purpose? How are you feeling? Please comment in the box below. I'd love to know. How are you today? There's a lot of energy that came in last week on the solstice, so some people might be feeling a little triggered. It's completely okay. And as a matter of fact, it's good if you are. It means it's coming out. How are you today? Check in. How is this energy field around you? How are you feeling? Take a moment to breathe and get here in the room. Let all the stuff that's bothering you flow to the wayside while we're here together for a moment. I feel pretty good today. It's a good Monday. I'm feeling energetic. I got a lot to do. Okay, so today, money mindset. This is a big one too because I used to think this way. I need to push or hustle or not be myself to make money. This is a huge thing so many entrepreneurs encounter because we see business done in a certain way in the world, in large part, right? In this very, I hate to say masculine versus feminine, but kind of in an unbalanced way. It's typically the way business has been done in our world, the example that we're showing is in a very linear masculine way, which is hustle, 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 push, 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 anything to make the next dollar, all about goals, all that kind of stuff. That is the example we're set. And what I'm here today to tell you is, dear sweet soul, that is one way to do it. If you are living a very purpose-driven, a very heart-centered life, and you want to bring that into your business, that for you, my dear, is absolutely possible. And we're entering into a time on this planet when balance is wanted, it's needed, right? So we bring a little bit of that action energy because you can't build a business without taking action. But we also are going to bring in the side that is, how do I feel? How is my energy? That's why I ask every day in the beginning of our videos, how are you today? So I have a couple notes here because I don't want to forget. If you are trying to build a business right now, and likely if you're watching this, you are, then one of the first things I want you to consider is if you are trying to build a business in a very balanced way, it is one of the very first things that's really important is knowing yourself on a deep level. So do you know when you're pushing and when you're not? Do you know when you're trying to hustle and when you're not? Can you feel that for yourself? This idea that I need to be something different to make money, I would say also you need to know yourself very deeply here. Do you know when you're being yourself and when you're not? for a lot of us who are helpers and healers and coaches and light workers, right, who are bringing our purpose into the world through our business, it's very easy to take on the projection of others, what I think I need to be to succeed. And what I'm here to tell you is the 100% more that you are yourself and know when you are and when you aren't being yourself, that actually is what makes you succeed, especially if you're a very heart-driven, purpose-driven entrepreneur. So number one, know for yourself, when am I feeling in alignment? When isn't that? First way to make money. So do you feel like you're pushing? And if that is the case, do you know yourself enough to know when that's happening? Awareness here is key, okay? So that's question number one. Do you know yourself enough to know when it's happening, when you're pushing or when you're hustling? Because you can stop that and pause and change direction anytime. I would suggest to you that if you feel like you're pushing and hustling and working to get to the next goal, that you pause and listen to your heart more often. You, in fact, do not need to push and hustle. If you are, all you need to do is focus on, because it can be, this is like the shiny object syndrome. I need to do this and 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 this. And this and this over here. And I heard about this new strategy. And Instagram TV's out now. Those aren't necessarily all tasks that will drive your bottom line. And if you focus on one or two, instead of all 17 at the same time. A coach said to me one time, actually, I don't know if it was a coach or it was a friend. Anyway, probably both. Said to me, you can grow one thing 10 inches or you can grow 10 things 1 inch. You get to choose here. I would suggest to you, if you feel like you're pushing or hustling, that you're trying to grow 10 things 1 inch instead of one thing 10 inches. So just focus on what is actually going to drive your business forward, which is probably connecting with humans, not worrying too much about social media. So connect with people. Is anyone missing connection in their business? Feeling like there might be some lack of that? It's okay. If that's the case, just refocus in on the things that will actually be making you money. It's really easy to lose focus. I get it. And that losing of focus is what makes us like push and hustle. When I plan out my day a little bit with just a little, not a ton, but just a little bit of planning, and I'm like, this is what I'm going to do this time and this time, and I sort of schedule out my day, I do not have to hustle at all. I just move from one task to the next and keep going. All right, and do you know what actually lights you up in your business? There are some tasks we have to do. You have to connect with people to do your work in the world. Yes, you do. There are lots of other tasks we don't need to do. So I would say do what lights you up every day. And if there are things that you have to do that feel tough, which are completely natural, and I get it, I have to do those things too. Sometimes I'll have to make a phone call that feels scary, and I just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and start the phone call. I just count. Pushing and doing things that feel scary are two different things. Hi, love. I'm always saying this, but if you are using your heart as your guide instead of your brain, you do not have to push and you do not have to hustle and you do not have to be someone else to make money. If you are listening to your heart and are centered during the day, like I said earlier, you're going to know when you're pushing. It's going to feel like it. What does it feel like? Hey, Rakaya, what does it feel like in your body? Hey, Gisela, what does it feel like in your body when you feel aligned and you're taking action from a really aligned place? Does it feel like you're pushing? Does it feel like you're hustling? What does it feel like? I'm asking that question. Anyone who's listening, please feel free to comment. What does it feel like when you are taking action from an aligned place? For me, it feels really good. I don't feel like I'm pushing. I don't feel like I'm hustling. I'm certainly myself. Yes, Rakaya, feels like bliss. Feels like flow. You have the ability, if just to connect into your heart, to shift from pushing to flow, to ease. You do not have to push in this work. You just don't. And as a matter of fact, it will get in your way and burn you out. If you feel like you're pushing or you're trying to hustle so much, take a break. Just stop for 5 minutes. Go outside. Breathe. Hey, Tammy. Get back into your body. If you feel like this is where understanding yourself on a deep level is super important, guys. Because if you do know who you are and you do know how you feel and you're connected, you can tell when you're off base. Hey, Jennifer, you can tell when you're off base. That push, that idea, like I have to push, I have to do all this hustle, be a boss babe, which, I get it. I like the word boss babe. It's okay. But that mentality makes us act outside of our heart space. And if you are purpose-driven, if you are starting a business from your heart, if you are trying to change the world in whatever way, shape, or form is your work, being connected to your heart and how you feel is number one most important to making money in an easy way. If you understand what's happening for you during the middle of your day, I'm stressed out, I'm overwhelmed, I'm starting to burn out. Knowing yourself enough to know that and being able to stop for a few minutes, get reconnected. Is what I'm doing important? Is this the thing that actually is going to drive impact or profit? And being able to refocus on what's important is how you make money in a heart-centered business. It's how you do it. All right, guys, that's it for today. That's all I wanted to say. Oh, one more thing. I did want one more thing. Managing your energy, and I've kind of been talking about it in a roundabout way, but managing your energy, especially for us really heart-centered workers, coaches, light workers, anyone who's participating in other people's energy fields throughout the day. It's really easy for you to pick up other people's stuff. Mwah, I love you too. It's really easy for you to pick up your client stuff if you're a therapist, if you are a whatever, even if you're a massage therapist, I don't care. If you are present in other people's energy fields during the day, and many of you are, it is your job to manage the energy that is you, to clean it out when you're done, to do whatever it is. Doesn't have to be meditation. It could be a walk outside. I don't care what it is. It could be exercise. It could be going to a movie. It could be singing. I don't give a shit. Most importantly is I know how to get rid of what is not mine, let it go, and refocus on myself. Because if you're not doing that, and you guys have probably heard me say this before, if you're pouring from an empty cup, meaning your energy isn't full, then you're picking up other people's stuff. And I've said this a million times, being an energy worker in any way is like being, Michael Jordan. He can't, not anymore, but he was not able to go be a superstar on the basketball court if he didn't work out and practice. And in that same way, your energy for your work is just as essential. So keeping care and keeping track, hey, Gabriel, is super important for your work in order for you to make money. And I know that sounds probably a little counterintuitive, but if you're a light worker, a coach or healer or whatever, you're probably picking up my vibe. What you bring energetically to your work is your work. Voila! It is your work. So fill yourself back up. Thanks for the love. Fill yourself back up. Do whatever it takes to clear your energy out. And you will start getting to a place where money feels easier, where you don't have to hustle and you don't have to push, and you certainly can 100% be yourself. I mean, look at me, you guys. I'm up here completely being myself. So if you find yourself, I need to push, I need to hustle, I need to work 5 more hours, I need to sweat in front of my computer, I need to bleed my wrists at the, like Jesus, and martyr myself in order to help people. We are no longer in that dynamic. We aren't. We need you to be strong, and we need you to feel healthy. And if you do, the making money part gets a lot easier. All right, guys, I'm going to get off my soapbox for today. That's pretty much it. I do want to say I had a winner for the business breakthrough session that I offered up on Friday for anyone who commented, which is so beautiful. The winner is Patricia Cove. She happens to be in another group that I'm in, so I'm super excited to offer that to her. And thank you so much for joining me. We're going to be talking, like I said, I'm going to be talking about money mindset for the rest of the week. So if you find yourself struggling with a money mindset around linking your purpose to profits, anything that arises for you, like whatever it is that you think might be stopping you, please go to my group, Entrepreneurs Leading with Love. I'll put it in the comment box so you can easily get there. And share your money mindset you're struggling with, and likely I'll address it in the next 4 days. All right, guys, thank you so much. Like I said, my name is Misty Petrella. I'm super happy here to help heart-centered entrepreneurs link their purpose and profits too. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I hope you go make a ton of impact in this world, because we really need you. I'll see you on the flip side, guys. Bye.